during the day. But like I told you, what happened is night was at night, and for several months now, a village has been besieged by goons and private security people. I've personally been at police. I've visited the area. At one time I met there even the OC, but the way he was behaving was like he was so incapacitated and unable to be dealing with these people, you know, as if he feared them. So I want to know what I asked really, and surely Ugandans must get from you, Mr. IGP, is that one, people now as a business are raising up militias to guard the land. And they are out there for hire.
Honorable Namboze, I think it has been noted. Honorable Namboze, and you and me have been on this committee, and we know that thereafter we
when they asked the clarification I'm seeking is, when the IGP was giving us the answer, he did not come out specifically on that matter. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, is the issue of the time he has said that they are going they need a lot of time. They need reasonable time to deal with the issue of the execution of Uganda. The suspect.
Honorable Bakireke, I would like to assure you that all your concerns will be addressed. And like I said before, I have faith in the new Inspector General of Police. He is capable so far, in as much as he's handling an institution that has had a history of a bit of problems. As for the issue of this gentleman who was gunned down below State House, I have tasked them to find out what exactly
below
happened.
State House or Kampala Club?
Kampala Club, yeah.
So where does
Club. I have tasked them to find out what exactly happened and where the culprit is. Honorable Bachireke, we have not carried out arrests because two mistakes don't make right. I don't want to rush into asking the police to arrest before they have investigated, because it's me who said don't arrest unless you are sure your case is going to stand the test of court.
While that is very correct, Honorable Minister,
until you are sure your case will stand the test of court.
Correct.
So that you don't have to put people in prison unnecessarily.
her concern is how long would the investigations take?
Now, Mr. Chairman, how long is forever? I don't know. How long will the investigations take? It depends on the competence and the resources available to the police, and how soon they will have a satisfactory course of information that will stand the test of court. I don't want them to hold people in jail, because I have people in prison on remand who on conviction would have served 7 months. On conviction would have served 7 months, but they have been in remand for 3 years in prison. And when you ask them to say, okay, did you commit it? No, I don't want to convict myself because I'm innocent. They can't even take a plea bargain because they are innocent. Because if you take a plea bargain in order to get yourself out of jail, then you convict yourself. So it's a chicken and egg situation. So I agree with the police, especially the CID, that they should not arrest anybody until they are satisfied their case will stand. The probability for the case to stand the test of court is more than 50%. I thought that would help.
Thank you.
You're both sides. So, Honorable Chireke, we are going to do justice, because those people you are complaining about are already dead. Rushing to arrest will not bring them back to life. No, that's what I'm saying. Please,
Honorable, you had a chance. Let the minister conclude.
When you were talking,
and you know our rules.
You are right.
I was listening.
But you see, there are those who are dead.
I have been with you.
And we speak for them. We speak for
But
them.
I'm Minister for Internal Affairs for them also.
Then lead that point.
Yes. No, I'm saying, what I'm trying to tell you is that me rushing to make mistakes may actually do them injustice. By arresting people, putting them in jail, helping the culprits to flee, may actually do the dead injustice. But by being patient, doing thorough, investigation, and being convinced that the people we are going to arrest are the real culprits who will be punished by court, is doing the dead justice. Yeah, I don't want to rush into, that's my style of work. Please, Margaret,
Honourable Minister, can you go on?
That's my style of work, and I'm not going.
Mr. Chairman, I don't want to make this a contest between me and the minister, but one thing, arresting is one thing, but opening up a case, a file against the people who are suspected to have executed Ugandans is another thing. Yes, you might not arrest, but has a case been opened up against these people and now they are suspects, and who are they?
But the Inspector General of Police is coming to talk about
Clarify on that, yeah.
That's why I came with him.
Thank you. I think that's clearer.
Honorable Chereke, the Inspector General of Police
Is here.
He is going to talk about what has happened since then. I'm not the Inspector General of Police, I'm Minister. I'm not an arresting officer. Give me my respect.
Give him a chance, then you have points for clarification.
Mr. Chairman, is only to lay.
I'm seeking is,
Okay.
the clarification I'm seeking, originally,
Honourable colleagues, let's confine ourselves to the issues on the day.
Mr. Chairman, police has the mandate to keep law and order in this country.
Correct.
All the time, including during elections. Issues to do with election management are a mandate of the Electoral Commission. It is the Electoral Commission who gets to know how many constables they will require. Maybe if police can provide them with constables generally to cover the security of polling stations, and then the specific election constables who are also trained by the Electoral Commission. So I want to know, the clarification I'm seeking is police planning to do this recruitment on behalf of the Electoral Commission, or it is just assuming other people's mandate? And how did they come to know that there will be 3,500? Is it on request of the Electoral Commission, or it is their own planning?
That's it. So.
And Mr. Chairman, we even hear when we are allocating money for Electoral Commission election management, we also allocate funds for electoral constables. So I want to know exactly on whose behalf they are doing this job.
No. Otherwise.
You a happy and prosperous new year, and commiserate with the families of those who lost their dear ones, and we are not able to celebrate, the new year. I also take this opportunity to thank you for inviting us here amidst your tight schedule of programs to interface with us today. Honourable members, allow me to remind ourselves the three core functions of the Ministry of Internal Affairs through which it implements its mandate. These are preservation of internal security, keeping law and order, and citizenship identification, protection and preservation. The ministry's envisions a peaceful, secure and stable Uganda with a mission to deliver internal security, law and order, peace and stability in Uganda, where citizenship is protected and preserved. Comparative budget overview and proposal for year 25-26. Honorable Chair, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has been allocated 1.490.7 billion for 25-26, which is less when compared with 1.966.41 billion revised budget of this year, 2024-25. It's less by 475.712 billion. The summary of the budget analysis is shown in the table below. I'm not going to go through the table, you have it. From analysis, the shortfall of 475.712 billion in the overall ministry's budget for year 25-26 is going to affect a number of service delivery priorities. Further analysis also shows that apart from vote number 135 Degal, all other votes proposed budget figures for the next year to 25-26 are lower than their overall budget outtimes for the year 23-24. Supplementary budget requests. Honorable Chair and members, during the first half of 24-25, my ministry requested for a supplementary budget allocation to address security-related expenditure and other budget shortfalls for critical activities due to inadequate budget allocation to Ministry of Internal Affairs votes at corrigenda budgeting stage. For this year, 24-25, for example, the vote 009 Ministry headquarters at corrigenda level suffered an overall budget cut of 48%, shillings 31.301 billion, which reduced the budget from 65.323 billion at MPS level to 34 to 0.022 billion for 24-25. After corrigenda, which was made supplementary budget during for the financial year, inevitable. Therefore, the following votes made supplementary budget requests, which were granted. Vote 009, headquarter, 18.402 billion to be used to address budget shortfalls, National Security Coordination, JAT, JOC, GIC, and management of community service orders, and non-custodial centers aimed at mitigating against the exacerbation of congestion in prisons, and C, operation of the NGO Adjudication Committee. Vote 144 Uganda Police Force, 190.969 to cater for shortfalls in operations, food, utilities, crime intelligence, investigations, classified assets, specialized machinery, equipment, land acquisition, domestic areas, among others. Vote 145 Uganda Prison Service, a total of 26.26 billion to cater for wage shortfalls, 22 billion .26 billion, water 2 billion, areas 2 billion. Vote 120 National Citizenship Immigration Control, 28.49 billion to enhance enforcement, inspections, border patrol, surveillance, staff welfare, purchase of ICT equipment, and transport equipment to improve compliance. Honorable members, you need to note that the supplementary funding requests to address critical shortfalls of current or recurrent nature, such as utilities, feeding of prisoners, and police officers in operations uniforms, have not been incorporated in the medium-term expenditure framework, the MTF. My view is that the budget levels after supplementary funding or requests should be maintained to enable the ministry to address critical service delivery areas and prevent persistent requests for supplementary funding during budget implementation and avoid creating endemic areas. Security situation in the country. Honorable Chair and members, peace and security and stability are a sine qua non for socio-economic transformation. Prosperity of any country. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, through its agencies, has incrementally implemented numerous consolidative measures to enhance their capacity to detect, prevent, and effectively respond to crime in the country. Honorable Chair and members, I wish to note that the country has generally continued to enjoy peace and security from border to border. Police, with the support of sister security agencies, has been able to deal with the threat of terrorism and gun crime during a number of terror cells, which a number of terror cells have been dismantled and criminal guns busted. A number of suspects arrested and an assortment of guns and ammunition were recovered. The national security continues to improve, and the general crime rate is projected to continue reducing compared to previous years, save for isolated cases of criminality and theft in the villages and urban areas. Honorable Chair members, statistics from Uganda Police indicate a continued reduction in the cases reported between January 2024 to September 2024, projecting a likely reduction in the crime rate in the year 2024. You will recall that by close of 2023, the country registered a reduction in the annual crime rate from 524 to 501, per 1,000 population. And from 2022, with 1.5% reduction in the volume of reported crime from 231,653 cases in 2022 by 228,074 cases in 2023. From January to September 2024, a grand total of 167,630 cases were reported to the police, compared to 147 cases reported in the same period, January to September 2023, thus giving a reduction in cases reported countrywide by 3,517, 2.1% cases. The ministry therefore projects a further reduction in the crime rate by the end of the year once the data analysis is finalized. This is shown in the graph below. The national CCTV project continues to play a vital role in curbing crime. The national CCTV project has facilitated the deterrence of crime and aided criminal and traffic offenses. Out of 700 cases handled by CCTV analysts, there have been convictions in 316, and 96 are undergoing trial with the aid of CCTV analysis report. However, there is a need for periodic maintenance to improve the quality of CCTV footage, longevity, reduce downtime from installed cameras. Two, need to implement phase 3 of the CCTV project to fill the existing gaps in Kampala, metropolitan areas, and other areas across the country. The establishment of a modern forensic laboratory. Honorable Chair and members, government has invested heavily to develop a forensic laboratory, including the establishment of a DNA laboratory, a toxicology laboratory, a digital forensic unit. The laboratories have enabled the country to conduct a wide range of forensic tests, including DNA analysis, toxicology testing, and digital forensics. Adoption of modern technologies and equipment in forensic science to improve the accuracy and efficiency of investigations. The government of Uganda, through the Directorate of Government Analytical Laboratory, entered into a contract with SMS Construction to construct a national data bank building infrastructure, a multi-year activity that is phased over 5 years period of the NDP-4. This is intended to support intelligence and crime investigations and strengthen national security of persons and persons identification. This will not only solve the problem of criminal identification and security, but also will eliminate massive arrests of suspects before evidence is obtained, and this will reduce the cost of feeding the suspects in prison. Custodial services. On the side of prisons, the prison population is growing at an average rate of 8% per year. It has increased from an average of 67,289 in year 21-22 to 69,633 30th January this year. 79,000. This is partly attributed to slow disposal of cases by courts, increased crime rate in some areas, among other factors. The increase in the person population has exacerbated the condition in prison, which now stands at 374.6%. Space of one prisoner is occupied by more than 3 prisoners. This matter, therefore, requires urgent attention, and it seriously impacts on accommodation, health, feeding, clothing, utilities, staffing, with a huge financial implication. On a good note, reoffending among prisoners has gone down to 13.4% from 14.7% in financial year 2020-2021 due to enhanced offender rehabilitation programs, formal and vocational education, and implementation of community service programs. Mass registration of new national identity cards. Honorable Chair and members, I wish to report that a total of 27,420,757 citizens, 57% of the population, are registered in the National Register as at 30th September 2024. 17,897,897 296, 90% of the eligible population for 16 years have national IDs as at 30th September 2024. Honorable Chair members, I wish to brief members about the progress made so far regarding the mass registration and renewal of the current national IDs that were issued in 2014, 2015, and are expiring. A validity extension of 1 year was granted, and the focus for 24-25 will be renewal of 15.8 million expiring cards and mass registration of all the projected and registered citizens of 17 million.2 citizens. The migration of data from the old national security information systems to the new enhanced NIS is ongoing. On automation of immigration and citizenship services, the Ministry fast-tracked the automation of citizenship and immigration services project, which has been approved by the Development Committee of the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. However, there are no resources allocated to kickstart the project, which was intended to start from 25/26. The automation of all services under this project will go a long way to positively contribute towards the national security resources permitting.
Go on, please.
The main area of presentation this afternoon is the budget framework paper, and I've already said I'm really honored, but also I thank my minister for summarizing the key areas included in this paper. But allow me, Chair, just to point out a few areas before I call upon